All right. Hi, cows. Good girl. Hi, mama cows. Good girl. So nice. Such a nice girl today. Yeah. Good girl. I adjusted the shafts up by her girth to be a little bit narrower today because I didn't like how they were moving side to side. They have a little bit too much side to side movement in the cart. In the sled, I have to adjust them that way because of the way she has to pull with the low line of draft. The shafts have to be wider and she has to be further forward in them than she is in the cart. I think it's interesting how the different line of draft makes that change, you know. I hitch her the same way every time. Well, pretty much. You have to make adjustments on the harness for winter fuzzies, winter chubbies. And then as they sleek down in the summer and get into nice condition, then you have to tighten things up a little bit or change something, add a hole. But anyway, so I made them narrower, but I think I might have made them a little bit too narrow, so I'm going to have to adjust that. Again, it's just a constant balance. And I think I might move my seat back a touch too. With the adjustment of the shafts to make them a little narrower, I feel like they're not quite as balanced. There's a little bit. I can move the ends if I'm careful, so I have to be very thoughtful about how I'm sitting in my seat. Sitting in the middle and balancing for her, so I'm pressing the lower back into my seat and I'm trying to keep as much weight back in my seat as I can so there's no weight on those shafts. Good girl, she is being so good. Used to be we'd come down here and it was just a rip, snort, runaway the whole time. Good girl. Good girl, mama. Let's stay on the road. Walk it out. Walk it out. Good. Good girl. Walk, walk, walk. Walk. Good. There you go. As much, I always use voice commands when I'm driving. I tell her to walk, trot, canter, whoa, walk it out, come around, come over, all those things while I'm driving her. And then my whip is for direction, for turning. If she needs a little help, maybe we're in a tight spot and she needs a little help getting her shoulder over, she's pushing the shaft and doing all that, but she needs to get this outside shoulder maybe to scooch this way in order to get the shaft to move that way. So I'll reach forward with my whip and just give her a little encouragement on that shoulder to move it over. And then she says, oh yeah. And she'll just slide over. It is also, it can be used as a promise. So if I ask her to walk or trot, and then she, like just now, she was kind of lazy walking. So I asked her to pick it up and she just did a little, but not a lot. Then I can just give her a little, you know, a little whoosh with the end of the whip. You never hit them. I don't think I've ever had to tap her with it. never. So most things once you're in the cart should be voice command. If you're having to use your whip a lot, then you need to go back to basics and get your voice commands better, because the whip should not be for going forward. It should just be for directions and as a little promise, like, I asked you, let's do it, and then they'll say, yes ma'am. But if you're constantly after them with the whip, then please go back to your basics and retrain your voice commands, because it's similar to riding a horse and constantly using your legs. If you're constantly kicking, constantly prodding, constantly squeezing, then you need to go back to basics with your horse because it's ignoring you. So basically, it's the same exact thing with driving. My original plan this spring was to stay in the yard and work in the little arena that I set up and do lots of transitions. And we have done that. But it is so muddy in my yard right now that it makes it kind of slick. So I don't want to just stay in there, and plus my grass will die in my front yard. So I thought we could come out and do transitions on the road if she needs that. She doesn't need that right this second, though she may need more of that on the way home. We'll see what her reaction is when we turn around. I'm sure we'll be moving faster. So we can do some circles and some canter transitions if she needs to. Some whoa, ho, stand. Very good. All right, walk on. Good girl. This house way at the end, maybe you can see it, they have llamas. But usually the llamas are not out front. I would love to be able to bring the ponies down and do a little llama work. Though Sky has seen llamas, because where she lived in the Bitterroot, our neighbors had llamas. So maybe you can see it. It looks in the video like it's far, far away, but it's just right up there. They had llamas, and my grandparents had alpacas for quite a number of years. So they lived right next door to the pasture that the ponies were in. So all of our ponies were pretty well versed in llamas and alpacas and cows and dogs. Oh, our neighborhood had tons of barking dogs come running up to the fence and bark at you. Sky witnessed a terrible accident that my grandmother was in with her pony and a dog. That, I think my mom said that was the last time she drove Sky, and then they didn't drive again after that. So she does pretty good with the dogs, our dogs, and the dogs around here, though the dogs around here usually don't come running up, so that's nice. I haven't had any yet. I should knock on wood, because that's certainly a possibility, for sure. But, oh, there's a loose dog up there. See, I should have knocked on wood. But your trusty whip is not only for your directions and a promise, your trusty whip is also to detour dogs. I've used my whip many times on dogs running up and snapping at the ponies. And just a good hard whack with the whip, and they usually will run home. So don't have to get too crazy. It can be a nice little safety for your pony. Man, she is doing so great. I know walking is so boring, but it's so good for them to just go out and relax and walk and be calm. And she's not in very good condition yet for a lot of trotting, and so it always stresses me out when she just trots the whole time. It's not the best way to get her in condition, to just trot and trot. Walking is actually better. If we could incorporate a lot more walking, she'd be better off. She spotted the loose dog up there. There isn't much traffic on this road, so these dogs aren't used to people going by. a little bit of drama. Hi guys. Yeah. Be careful. Hi guys. Good dogs. That's good dogs. I've been in with those dogs. They'll bite you. As soon as you turn your back, they'll take a chunk out of your leg. Probably not the black lab though. I've never met that one, but the 2 white ones will bite you. Good girl, Mama. See, you can tell she's seen that many times. Good girl. No big deal, huh? Seen a million dogs. See, we're gonna turn right. I feel like we always turn left. Good girl. Not in the ditch, just come over a little. Good girl. Here. Good girl, Mama. Come around. Sky, come around. Come around. Good girl. Yep, as suspected. Turn towards home and then we have to fly. Good girl. Good trot. Nice trot. Good girl. Oh, back to her little one. Oh, there we go. Good girl. Nice trot. Very nice. Good girl. Walk. Walk. Sky, walk. Good. We'll see how she does some walk trot transition. Sky, trot. Oh my goodness. Good girl. We'll keep the walk short so we don't build up anxieties. If you try to, when they are excited about something and you try to hold them back and make them go slow for too long, then you'll build up anxiety until they just can't do it at all. So you don't want to do that. So we'll just let her move out. Sky, trot. Trot. Sky, canter.